Hello, one and all, and welcome back, yes back, to the Great Unknown Audio Show with me, your illustrious host, the most appropriate face for radio, Maxim Jennings. And once again, I am joined by my co-host extraordinaire and long-term friend, the man who cannot sit still for more than 30 seconds. It's Mr. Nikolai Brown.
Saudi crab.
Saudi crab indeed. And yes, by the title, folks, after much suspense, the long-awaited Food for Thought is back, a segment where Nick and I try a new delicacy for the first time and give our honest, transparent opinions about the food, the atmosphere, the place, the service, everything you need to know. And today, Nick, where are we?
I actually can't remember the name. It was Mr. Jen's boiled rice. Hold on. Go Ben's rice porridge Phuket.
Yeah.
And I think what I've ordered is rice with oats, but it doesn't seem like it. So I don't know where the porridge part comes in, but basically I'm having like a broth with boiled pork and some garnish. Well, it's okay. It feels like, not to be rude, but peasant food, but
Yeah.
peasant food can be very good sometimes.
And so that's right, folks. We are in Phuket. We've moved around a lot since we spoke to you last. So whilst we are eating, we'll obviously tell you what Nick and I have been getting up to, what islands in Thailand we've been exploring and what not. Because I know in the last episode, which unfortunately the audio is not as good as what it could have been. The idea was there as well, and I hope you enjoyed that live on location at the full moon party experience extravaganza. Nick and I speaking to an Argentinian unexpected guest, and just reminiscing back on our time in Latin America by practicing a bit of Spanish to what would have been at the time a local for us. So that was great fun, and then following that we had a big recovery day in Koh Phangan. Wow, that pork is good.
I managed to spill already. Just inevitable.
So I've got pork ribs, still on the bone, but oh god, they rip off easily. That is really good. Accompanied with a side of steamed rice and a Thai tea, which is incredibly sweet. Tastes a lot like honey, but probably mixed with a lot of other sugar syrups and whatnot. It's still very delicious. But anyway, Koh Phangan, it's fair to say, Nick, that we didn't really see much of the island apart from at night and during the morning, the early morning of the full moon party.
I don't think we went to the beach once, other than when we had the full moon party.
We really utilised the facilities we paid for with our Airbnb and spent a good 24 hours in the same spot, recovering, recuperating, and I had a bit of a scare, to be honest with you folks. At about 4 o'clock in the morning, I managed to do the really smart thing of losing my iPhone on the beach and spent 3 hours looking for it, losing Nick and our group in the process, and when at about 7:30, gave up really, got my own motorbike taxi home, took me to the other side of the island, and left me worrying for a good 12 hours before we got picked up again, thanks to the saviours of Apple and Find My iPhone and the very kind person who handed my phone back into a very nice, trustworthy hotel resort. So
Maybe it was the creep.
crisis averted. Nick, on the other hand, in those other hours, did manage to see someone who has really been haunting his mind ever since. Would you just like to describe what this person
Just
is
an
like?
absolute tweaker. Scariest motherfucker you'll ever see. He probably had maybe 10 kilograms of fat on him. The rest was bone and organ. Probably weighed about 40 kilograms just on first look. Scary guy, and he was like doing all these flamboyant movements with his hands in front of his face while his face made that kind of expression. And he's just kind of looking around and probably thinking, who are all these people? Where am I? Not knowing that everyone was actually terrified of him. No, there was like a massive circle around him of space because no one wanted to stand near him. Yeah, and ever since I've seen him, I'm just kind of booked out by what I saw because I've never seen a human being look like that. Didn't think it was possible.
No.
It's like he'd been in a work camp or a concentration camp.
But anyway, that was the main real purpose of our visit to Koh Phangan. Following that,
To look at creeps.
no, not to look at creeps, to go to the full moon party, mission accomplished. And then we headed off to Koh Tao, a 2-hour ferry, just a bit further north of Koh Phangan lies Koh Tao, which is notoriously known for its very cheap diving, one of the cheapest places to learn how and get your certification in the world, which was really my intention to go there for. But in the end, we ended up staying just the 2 nights. Our main day, Nick decided he was going to rent a bike and explore the island. How did you find that?
Great fun. I'm definitely going to do it again. Like, I think, for fuck's sakes, these chopsticks are too big. Yeah, definitely going to do it again. I think Asia is the place to get a bike, so that's how everyone gets around. It's just great fun. It's like going on a push bike, but you don't have to put any effort in other than look around you and stay safe. So I did that. Just got around the islands, went to the very top of it, got to a viewpoint, got absolutely soaked, courtesy of Thailand's wet season.
And my experience with Koh Tao, myself and 2 of our Aussie friends, we went on a snorkel tour, which, although it was raining for the majority of the afternoon, was very enjoyable. We went to an island just north of Koh Tao, probably a 20-minute boat ride away. Stood in quite a hefty queue to get a view of the lookout points, and then went snorkeling. Hit about 5 different spots around Koh Tao. Saw some absolutely gorgeous fish and other marine life, beautiful coral, and a few massive turtles as well, which was probably the highlight of the day. And for a 6-hour excursion around the island with all equipment, lunch, and snorkels provided, Nick, how much do you think that came to?
20 quid?
Yeah. £17, folks. I have to say, you do that in any other country, you are paying probably triple the price. And it's just makes you wonder, when Thailand wasn't as notoriously known for its tourism, what kind of price you'd be paying for these kind of activities. It would have been silly money. It would have been nothing, pennies. But it's great that it's still, even after all of its recognition and high footfall, a very cost-effective place, which is great. Been on some...
I mean, my bike was £5 for the day. And then the fuel was £3 to fill it up. Dirt cheap.
Yeah, the petrol comes in one of those just glass bottles, doesn't it?
Oh no, to be fair, I went to an actual petrol station where the boss lady filled it up. Yeah.
You can basically guarantee that you can pick up petrol in any establishment that you see. I'm sure they'll be selling it if you need it, which is great. And yeah, we went to a really nice restaurant for a few meals called Bam Bam, which did some good Thai food, some good pad thais. Very tasty stuff.